After 2 months, we finally have a significant update regarding the case of singer D4VD, also known as David. Indeed, he is the individual whose single romantic unaliving created quite a stir. It is a situation that is both dark and complex, and we are here to analyze it thoroughly. We will clarify all legal terminology without leaving anything unexplained. However, before delving into this update, I must ask you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to ensure you remain informed about any developments related to this case and much more. Now let us return to the matter at hand. For those who believed this day would never arrive, David has officially been identified as a suspect. Furthermore, recent reports indicate that investigators are now publicly asserting their belief that David did not act independently. According to police sources, the condition of Celeste's remains, along with the manner in which her body was stored and transported, suggests the involvement of at least one additional individual. This is not mere speculation. It comes directly from law enforcement sources who have communicated with media outlets covering the case. They assert that the extent of dismemberment and concealment within the vehicle indicates premeditation, physical assistance, or at the very least, knowledge from another party.
2 months since Celeste Rivas's body was found in the trunk of that Tesla, and today sources are telling us that David is among suspects who they're looking at, and that nobody has been excluded. While the medical examiner has not yet determined the cause of her death, the body was dismembered, we now know, and based on what they have learned in the case, they believe that David did play a role in her death and got help from others in trying to dispose of her body in this Tesla that you're seeing here in the tow yard. One source saying they're focusing in on certain individuals, and those individuals are concerned now that they know that the LAPD is focusing in on them. David is not cooperating, we're told, has not cooperated from the beginning, but guys, we're told investigators have a lot of work left to do. There is no hurry. They say that they're being methodical in this, but they've got a lot of work left to do.
All right, so if David is a suspect right now, can police arrest him, and do they know what the motive might be?
He is a suspect in the eyes of investigators at this point, but not officially under the law, because they don't have the probable cause to make the arrest just yet. What they really need is that cause of death from the medical examiner, and they don't have that. The condition of the body was so badly deteriorated, this is taking some time. But I was told by an investigator this morning, they expect to get that pretty quickly, and then things are going to get moving very quickly.
And again, your sources have told you that the body was dismembered, and that involved more than one person. And is that the reason that there are several suspects here?
Yeah, so they're trying to narrow down what were the roles in this. And then there's the question, was it murder, or could it have been something like an overdose, and then this was improperly disposing of the body afterwards, where they freaked out, and then they didn't know what to do with it. They've got to figure that out. A lot of that will be what was in her body, what does the medical examiner decide. But the belief is that there were multiple people involved in this.
Currently, the LAPD has not authenticated any of this information, and it is typically against protocol to reveal the identity of a person of interest in an ongoing investigation. Nevertheless, startling new details were disclosed by TMZ's Harvey Levin, who asserted that his LAPD source verified that the Los Angeles police possessed tracking data, indicating that Burke was located in a remote area of Santa Barbara County during the late hours of spring 2025. This journey is now under investigation for potential connections to the teenager's disappearance and the horrific discovery of remains several months later. There is speculation that Rivas Hernandez may have died in the spring of 2025, and this isolated trip could be related to her demise.
This weird trip to Santa Barbara County, apparently your sources have unearthed this. Walk me through what it was, when it was, how long it lasted, the whole story behind this trip.
So we are told that in the spring of this year, I can't give you a month, I'm just told the spring, David went to a remote area of Santa Barbara County, which is about 100 miles from where he lives in Los Angeles, a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night, and spent a couple of hours there. And that is a hugely important part of this case, the way I understand it. And I don't want to be more specific, but, based on, all the things that are going on, that is a point that seemed to stand out when we got this story, that this Santa Barbara trip is very, very important. Now, what does the Santa Barbara trip mean? Remember, it's spring, and his body wasn't found until early September. So, her body, rather, early September. So we're talking months. So, you could theorize that maybe he went to try and bury a body. Maybe he would have gone to bury a weapon. But if it was a body, why was the body found in the trunk of his car in Los Angeles months and months later?
Based on what they have learned in the case, investigators believe David played a role in her unaliving and got help from others in trying to dispose of her body. One source says they are focusing in on certain individuals, and those individuals are concerned now that they know Los Angeles police are focusing in on them. David is not cooperating with the investigation, sources say, and has not been cooperating from the beginning, despite what his PR reps have claimed. ABC News is told investigators still have a lot of work left to do, but there is no hurry because they're being methodical and want to make sure they get it right. David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, is a suspect in the of investigators, but not officially under the law because officers don't have the probable cause to make the arrest yet. Due to the dismemberment, it is evident that David required assistance to carry out the act. David's phone was not merely pinged in that vicinity, there is concrete evidence confirming his presence there. The pertinent question arises, why were they situated in a secluded area 100 miles away, yet she ultimately ended up in his neighborhood in front of his Tesla many months later? Investigators now assert that such behavior corresponds with what they categorize as an overconfident criminal, an individual who believes they are too clever or too shielded to ever face apprehension. This is exemplified by leaving a Tesla, a vehicle that meticulously tracks every movement, abandoned in a public space, under the assumption that no one would trace it back. Additionally, there are music videos featuring a character named Tommy, synonymous with pain, depicting your alter ego observing your body being placed in the trunk of a car, alongside a Celeste lookalike and a Caucasian male procuring equipment to assist in burying you in this remote woodland area. Subsequently, he is again in the woods with this woman for the music video. Where did the situation take a turn for the worse? In this song, he articulates, and I don't mean to be conceited, but I'm the reason you're still breathing. I'll stop picking up your calls because you won't stop screaming. Is it love or lust? I can tell you're feigning, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, but baby, just know my feelings gone. It's been a while, but you've been on my mind now. It keeps me up at night. I can't believe this is life. I wish I never met you. I even second-guessed you, but I was in too deep. I couldn't leave. I couldn't let you walk away from everything. I thought that you were everything. You told me I was special girl, but that does not mean anything to me. It don't mean anything to me. And then you hear Celeste's voice say, I tried. In the video, a girl is seen running through the woods while a red string is consistently visible. She ends his life with a gunshot in this dark, secluded area. David frequently meets his demise in these videos. I believe he symbolizes the individual he is eliminating. Therefore, I mentioned this red string-like material, correct? Listen to Celeste's voice and we will analyze everything.
We need to delete this. Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer. It's controversial of raping kids. Bye, guys.
The one calling my phone. Please go away. You calling? What? Call me and say sorry. I didn't want to go and change the narrative and say something completely different. You gotta figure whatever you got going on. Figure that out. I've been so selfish and I can't stop thinking about you and what I did and how it's affecting like everything. Like, I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
She possesses a uniquely recognizable voice. Now, I would like you to pay attention to this. It is an interlude titled Invisible String Theory, and you will observe red strings throughout his video.
I got a question for you now. Okay. Why do you think we met? Yeah, why do you think we met?
Well, I think, personally, have you ever heard of the invisible string theory?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly that. So basically, we met because we were supposed to meet.
Okay.
And we're connected because we're supposed to be connected. It's kind of like that, I loved you before I existed and I'll love you even when I die.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's weird, it's strange, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
So don't leave me.
I got it.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Did you all notice the red strings that appeared throughout the video? And do you recall the girl who was running in the video titled, Where Did It Go Wrong? You also observed the red strings in that context, correct? This music video was uploaded on April 25th of this year and is titled, Is This Really Love? In this video, it appears that he is viewing various clips of himself alongside this Celeste look, as well as the different malevolent actions attributed to a character named Tommy. It is important to note that there is no Celeste lookalike present in this video, as she was no longer part of the narrative By April 25th, the date of this song's release, he states, "You got somebody else to take my place. You did it the wrong way. After all I did for you, you said that you never meant to hurt me, but baby, I know this is how it goes. And if there is a world where you're not leaving, then darling, I need to know." As he traverses a room, it begins to rain. Suddenly, red strings appear. Vivid, striking red strings. Then one notices an individual seated on a bed, blood splattered all around amidst the red strings. That cursed Tommy.
Telling my view on what the invisible string theory is, or the scarlet string, or the whatever. This is so many different names.
Is that
for
like
it.
that? Is it also connected to like the rope that's around?
Yes.
In the
In the
music
album
video?
cover, I'm covered in this string, which is representative of the invisible string theory. But throughout the entire project, I wanted everything to feel connected. I wanted everything to feel holistic and have a through line that everybody could understand. And with the interlude, it's kind of explaining from my perspective how it was taught to me, because that's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore.
So don't leave me. Please. Okay. All right.
So it's like, people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. And that's why I wanted to put, Afterlife and all these songs that feel like endings and conclusions and goodbyes on the project, to kind of solidify that message of this is the end of something, not the beginning.
This individual was actually conducting mock funerals during his performances, complete with a fully functional casket present. What exactly are you doing? 3. David did not operate independently. There are others who are reportedly apprehensive about what lies ahead. I need to hear your thoughts. What is your perspective on the ongoing situation involving Celeste, Rivas Hernandez, and David? Please leave a comment, and as you know, we will discuss it below. I will speak to you all later. Goodbye. Thank you, as always, for watching. However, before you leave, please remember to subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and activate the bell notification so you won't miss any of my upcoming episodes.